Now, as you can imagine, when you're producing 3 videos a week, we do get lots of questions from you guys, which I absolutely love. I love it when you get involved and you leave lots of comments under each video. But as the channel has grown, it's got harder and harder to keep up with those comments. And believe me, I really do try my best to keep up, but it is getting hard. So what I like to do is grab the cameras, go out on a training run and answer as many of the popular questions that we get as I can. And that is exactly what we're going to do today. So I'm off to get changed and we'll see you guys out on the trails. Folks, and thanks for joining us for another video. I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure, back out on the stunning trails of Cornwall in this glorious sunshine. So this video will go up on the channel on Sunday. So we're actually running the Serpent Trail 20k on the Saturday before. So this is my last run, just going to get out nice and steady, shake the legs off, probably 6 or 7 miles before we do the long drive up country to the Serpent Trail. So let's dive straight into the popular asked questions. And the first one, and this is definitely the most popular question: what type of running socks do you see me wearing in most of our reviews, most of our kit videos and most of our race day videos? So 99% of the time you'll see me wearing Stance socks. Now, I'm not sponsored by them, I'm not getting paid to say this, I've worn their socks for years. I love all the bold, colourful designs. If you follow the channel, you'll know I like to wear bright running kit. And they also sponsor some really cool athletes from the world of BMX, mountain biking, skateboarding, but they also sponsor the icon of ultra running, my running hero, Anton Kopicka. Now, if they're good enough for Anton, they are definitely good enough for me. But I also get asked, do I only stick with their run specific socks? And I don't. I wear a lot of the socks from their performance range, not just their running ones. And I also throw in the odd pair of their casual socks because they come in some wicked designs. So the pair I'm actually running in today, these bright pink socks, are from their casual selection, and they are a bit heavier in material, they're a little bit warmer, but they still work really well, tend to work great in the colder months, you know, around winter time, and I find they last just as long as their running socks. So the brand I tend to wear when it comes to my socks is Stance. It's a bit blowy out here today, so hopefully the audio is okay. While we're on the topic of kit, another really popular question, and I don't know why, but every time I wear this particular jacket when I'm sitting down in this studio doing a review, I get asked, where's that jacket from? People seem to love it, and don't get me wrong, it is a really cool jacket. So it's actually from Scott Running. It's kind of a mid-layer jacket, so it is insulated, but still lightweight, breathable, not really a running jacket. You'd have to have some pretty cold weather to wear it running. I have no idea what style of jacket it is. I actually got sent it by Scott probably 2 or 3 years ago, so I don't even know whether they still make it. I did have a look in the label to try and find the name for you guys, and I went on their website, but I just can't seem to find it anymore, so they probably don't stock it. But yeah, that blue jacket you see me wearing in a lot of the reviews, especially in the colder months, comes from Scott Running. And speaking of running, I suppose we better do some. So that's the first 2 questions answered. We're gonna sort of answer questions as we go along the run. I've got 5 or 6 to answer, so let's get going. And we'll answer some more questions in a minute. Okay, we're ticking along nicely. Super excited to be going back up to the Serpent Trail. Love the event. Love getting out on the route, such an epic route. And it's awesome to meet you guys up there as well. So obviously this is going out after the event, so if we did meet you up there, it was great to meet you, and I hope you had a good race, ran strong and enjoyed that finish. And again, thanks for supporting the channel. Moving on to question number 3, and I've actually been asked this a lot lately: will I be running the Arc of Attrition in 2024? Now, if you're new to the channel, the Arc of Attrition is a super challenging 100-mile coastal ultra marathon down here in Cornwall. It starts in the beautiful fishing town of Coverack, and then you follow a pretty tough, technical, challenging route all the way to the finish at Porthtowan. Now, I've got a fair bit of history with this race. I've actually taken it on 5 times and I'm just ahead so far, so 3-2 to me. I've finished it 3 times, and unfortunately I've had to pull out 2, and one of those times was last year. Now come on guys, you should know me by now. There's no way I can leave such an incredible race that's so dear to my heart. I love the race, I love the atmosphere my crew have created. It's just epic to be around the event and Arc weekend. Obviously I'm going to be taking it on again in 2024. However, next year it's going to be very, very different. I didn't have the best prep this year, and I'm not making excuses. I had niggles, problems, and probably didn't get in the volume of training I wanted, but also maybe I wasn't prepared to deal with the ups and downs you have running a course like that mentally, and I think that got the better of me. And I had some real serious stomach issues on the day, which can happen in any ultra marathon, and a lot of it does just come down to the day and how you feel. So we're going to make sure we're super strong, we got a real good block of training in, and then come the Arc next year, we're going to be standing on that start line and we are getting it done this time. We're going to make it back to that finish line. Like I said, if you're new to the channel and you don't know what the Arc is, definitely worth checking out. I've done lots of videos on it. Some of the best content on the channel is featuring the race, so I'll link all those videos in the description below in case you want to check them out. But yeah, bring it on, Arc 2024. Here running in the new Flow technical tee from Saucony. It's part of their new performance range. I think they do tees, shorts, jackets. I gotta say it, what a wicked top, man. Super lightweight, really breathable, really comfortable. It reminds me of some of the old sort of Salomon S-Lab kit that I used to love running in, but yeah, feels awesome. Okay, next up, obviously you guys know I'm a massive fan of Saucony running shoes, especially their trail shoes, and I think the Exodus Ultra is probably one of the most consistent trail shoes I've ever run in. So lots of you guys have been asking recently, am I going to be testing out their latest shoe to their trail lineup, the Rift? And the answer is yes, definitely going to be getting a pair of Rifts and testing them out thoroughly at the channel. So for those of you who don't know, the new Rift is actually built off a similar platform to Saucony's carbon plated trail running shoe, the Endorphin Edge. And oh, wait a minute, I'm actually wearing them. Yeah, so this is the Edge. So this is their carbon plated trail running shoe, their performance trail shoe. We got a Power Run PB midsole, a carbon plate in there, and we've got that speed roll technology that we see in a lot of their Endorphin road shoes. I actually really enjoyed the performance of the midsole compound. Really comfortable over distance, feels like it's returning a lot of energy. But again, if you've followed the channel for a while, you'll know that I'm not fully convinced that we need carbon plates in our trail running shoes. So the good news is the new Rift, very similar to this, but there is no carbon plate in that midsole. So it should feel a lot more flexible, a lot more nimble when you're running on technical terrain. But most importantly, it should feel a lot more stable as well, because that's one of the issues I had in this. When I ran in it in Chamonix up in the mountains on some technical terrain, that midsole didn't feel that stable to me. Also, getting a good lockdown in the upper was quite tricky, whereas the new Rift has got a sort of trail specific booty design on that upper with this nice midfoot band. So lockdown should be really good around the midfoot. So very excited to get a pair of the new Rifts and give them a thorough testing. We should have them very, very soon. So fingers crossed we can get out on the trails soon and give them a really good testing, and hopefully it's going to perform a little bit better than the Endorphin Edge when it comes to running on technical terrain. But let's get these back on our feet. Let's carry on running. Okay, on to the last question. And last year when we were out in Chamonix preparing for the TDS, on the Monday of the race, believe it or not, we held our first ever sort of shakeout run. It was a roaring success. We had about 35 people turn up for it, which was mind-blowing, from all over the world. We went out for a nice steady run down by the river, a couple of laps of the running track, and then we all headed off to Moody's in town, the best coffee shop in Chamonix. Some of the best coffee I've ever had. And we had a coffee, had a chat, and it was awesome to meet so many of you guys that support the channel. So I've been asked lately, now that we've announced we're going back out to Chamonix, are we going to be doing a shakeout run? And the answer is a big fat yes. We're going to do it a bit differently this time, because like I said, we were running the TDS and we could only really do it on the Monday morning, and it was absolute chaos, and probably not the best time to do a shakeout run just before you have to run 97 miles out in the mountains with 9,000 meters of elevation. But we did it, had a great time, and we finished the race. So we're planning on doing it the Wednesday before the big UTMB race. So there should be lots of people in town. There's a big Cornish contingent going out again this year. And again, we're going to start early in the morning by the iconic finish line of UTMB. And we're just going to head out down by the river, probably a steady 4 or 5 miles, real social pace, chatting, meeting lots of you guys. And again, we're definitely going to be heading off to Moody's afterwards to get a great coffee. So it would be awesome if we could have even more people turn up this year. And it's such a great way of meeting the viewers of the channel. Obviously, nearer the time of the run, we'll give out all the details on our social media, and I'll obviously announce it on a video on the channel. And you never know, we might have some cool little Run4Adventure goodies to give out to all the people that come along. But if you're in town, whether you're racing or just spectating or just there on holiday, come along, come out on the run. We'd love to have you along. Okay, that is it. We've answered all the questions that we're going to answer on today's run. And we're going to have about 8 miles in our legs by the end of it. So got a little bit carried away out here, but still been a great run before the Serpent Trail. Incredible conditions, beautiful and sunny, quite warm, but there's a nice cool breeze just to cool you down a bit. But hopefully we've answered some of the comments you've left below the videos, guys. Obviously I'd love to get back to everyone, and I try my best to get back to as many people as I can, and I continue to sort of answer comments going back through the video. So if you have commented and I haven't got back to you, hopefully I will get back to you soon. But thanks for joining us for another video, guys. We are going to be back on the channel very, very soon. Super excited about the Serpent Trail. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, and as always, stay safe and keep on running. Oops, sorry GoPro.